So we're standing here in the entry. This entire opening at the front door, 8 feet by 9 foot, is a pivot door. And as our client said, he said, Brad, even a 3-year-old can open it. And I don't have a 3-year-old, but they could. So you can see the easiness. So let's talk about the weight of this pivot door, how easy it is to maneuver, work around, and again, how this adds to the net zero design of this net zero build. Okay, we're standing here as you come in through the entry foyer, you're coming through this pivot door. We're gonna come back to the pivot door so you can see that, so stay tuned for the end of this video. But right now, this is the largest fixed piece of triple pane glass that Cardinal's our glass manufacturer. Again, Benelli, Partapella makes the aluminum, thermally broken frames. Largest piece of glass I've ever made. This is triple pane, and the benefit it's bringing to the house, again, how clear it is, right? You have so much natural light, it's completely clear through this glass, even though it's triple pane. And this sheet of glass weighs almost 800 pounds. It's just under 800 pounds. So it was a lot of maneuvering. Here you're gonna see through the B-roll and through our video of how many people it took, right? You talk about raising children, that it takes a village. It's very similar to install a triple pane fixed piece of glass at 800 pounds. And you can see you don't have a lot of room to work with, right? We don't have any transoms. You know, it's not like we have anything that can adjust here. These are concrete walls. This is ICF walls that is bordered up against in the track. So this was logistically very challenging. And again, we're limited on space. This is an elevated pad on the exterior. So again, getting out here to get our equipment to lift this in place, there was a lot of maneuvering. But again, this triple pane piece of glass, 800 pounds, 8 feet by 9 foot, gives us this amazing view as you're walking through the front door. So you're coming through the front door, and of course, the first thing you see is this manicured landscape design. Again, what's very common in Scottsdale is you think of this minimalist design when it comes to landscape architecture. The reason being, traditionally in homes, you may have long hallways or corridors that you can install artwork, whereas the design intent in modern architecture typically is the landscape, right? The terrain, the natural area outside is the artwork. And so out here, we're gonna have decorative lighting. We're gonna have plants, right, that are natural to the desert terrain. And it's all uplit. And then again, you have this amazing tongue and groove wood ceiling that continues through the entry outside. So it really brings your eyes as you're coming in straight through this pivot door, outside through this fixed piece of glass, looking at this natural desert, and that is your artwork. It creates this gallery, right, as you're walking through from the guest quarters to the main living area. And it's a total wow factor. As the clients come in, or family or friends or anybody visiting the house, they come in and have this complete wow moment as they're walking into the house. Now behind me, the pivot door, right? What's amazing is we've been fortunate to install a lot of these pivot doors. And again, this is definitely one of the most easy to open doors that we've ever had, even though it's 8 feet by 9 feet. Again, very similar to what we had with the fixed window over here. It's very limited on space. We're on a tight opening here. We have ICF on either side. So logistically, there was a lot of coordination. And because this door is so heavy, it actually sits, all the weight sits down below. What that means is, you can see here that this track, there is a lot of logistics with our foundation and concrete company to make sure our stoop here, our slab on grade is completely level, because we cannot shim this threshold. This threshold is not shimmed, because if you were to shim this, it could break or put too much weight because of the weight of this pivot door. So because this is pivoting so easy and so easy to move, this has to be set on the concrete. Again, no room for error with the ICF and the LVLs here. But again, this is set. Now we're gonna work with our wood flooring company, you know, as far as to make sure that we can die into this so that this pivot door never hits the top of the wood floor. And again, right here, we have our thermal brakes. So right at the edge of the concrete here, right at the edge of the concrete, this track is sitting on 100% concrete. But the way we've poured the foundation is, think of it like an L. It's like an L because we have the thermal brake here. We have natural grade and pavers that'll come over the bottom of the slab, hit up against this this is actually 3-inch rigid foam here for our thermal brake, and then our threshold. So now, as we cover this, we have foam, thermal break, no heat coming in, no energy lost, except for the glass that we have here. But again, it's triple pane, 8 feet by 9 foot. So again, it's an amazing design, something you have to see in person.